So here we are then, speaker modification time. How do I start? Where do I begin? What do I do? How do I know what to do? Where am I going to go with this? What is the meaning of life? All of which are equally valid questions, but what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you something. Alright, so if you've been here long enough, you've probably seen me messing around with these at some point. This is the box for them, but check out what's on the other side of the box. And do you see what I see? Yes, pancake. No, not pancake. I'm talking about this. So if you still have no idea what I'm about to do, let me show you. This is going to be turned to its side, like this. And then this will be placed onto here, and that is going to be our new speaker. Modification. Also, Pancake is no longer here on this chair, she has been replaced with tools. But before we begin with this, first things first, it's time to take a I feel a bit lighter on my feet now, which is excellent. So what I'm going to do next is remove these 4 screws, those 4 screws, those 4 screws, and these 4 screws. That will allow me then to fold this carpet outwards, put the template into place, draw around it, cut it out, and then maybe even put the carpet back, cut a hole in the carpet, put the speaker in place, and happy days. So yeah, might as well get started, eh? Now I've been planning to do this for a while. I've just been holding it off. Anyway, enough about me. How's your day been? Has it been good? Great. And there we go, sorted. Okay, so right about now you're probably wondering, is he going to do the same to the other speaker? Well, the thing is, yes I am. Here we have the other one. And on this one, what I'm going to do is the opposite side. So I'm going to be doing the right hand side of this or the left hand side of it, depending on your perspective. Unscrewing screws, fun for the whole family. So I got a few questions asking me what I'm doing with the 6x9s, and well, basically nothing, up until now. Right, so I'm not too sure if you can see this, but over here we've got a line going across the material right there, and we've got the same going across the top right there. So on the side of the speaker right here, what I can do is stick my fingers right there into the edge of this, and ever so slightly pull off the carpets. So that's what I'm going to do right now, just pull off the carpet. I'm pulling it off. Usually it's just a lot easier to start off at the edges. Eventually it comes up like this and you can then do what you're about to do. And here we have the carpet being pulled up completely. And then what I'm going to do is put this here and just, decide where I want the speaker hole to be. So probably around there. Got to remember that there's about 3/4 of an inch of lip over on this side, so yeah, let's say around there. Just a little over a fingernail's worth of gap on that side, I'd say. If you've got a pencil, maybe use a pencil. Should be good enough. And once again, starting off at the corner. Okay, so quick guesstimation, and seems about right, so let's just do that. Really should look for a pencil. Can't be bothered. Okay, that should be good enough. Yes. Okay, so with the camera being where it is, it's a little awkward to sort of align these holes properly. So one of them was quite off center. So what I've done is I've re-outlined both of the boxes, both of the holes, with a marker pen that I forgot I had. So yeah, now what I'll do is use the drill and drill a hole in one area, one part of this, and then the jigsaw will cut out the hole. But yeah, that might be a little awkward to film because there's not much room to work here, and that was the reason this was off center to begin with. So I'll try to film a little bit of it, and off we go. Okay, so basically what I'll do is put into this the biggest drill bit that I have. And I think I've got one downstairs which is pretty thick actually, but don't want to use one that's too thick, although it might help. So what I'll do is just drill this right there. Also, what I haven't done is taken out the speakers yet, so yeah, they should be fine, I think. Not really too bothered about them. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so I might just skip recording this part because you're not really going to see much. Difficult, awkward to film, and plus I need to vacuum this as well at the same time, more or less. Otherwise it's going to go everywhere, and we don't want it everywhere, we just want it in the vacuum cleaner. But anyway, let's just check this out and see how it is. Right, so as you saw, it's quite easy to cut through. Yeah, but I'll leave this here, and when I return, both holes will be cut. Alright, so this right here is the second hole I'm cutting out, so I thought I'd record this for you. Okay, so that's done. It's just a little difficult angling this for the camera, checking the camera at the same time whilst holding this, and holding this with your feet. So yeah, on to the next stage. So right here is the wiring I'm going to be using for these speakers, and just to show you, that there fits perfectly. Now this, by the way, is the passive radiator I created from a pair of 6x9s that popped by accident. Was it by accident? I can't remember. Either way, they popped and I created these from them. All that needs to be done with this is for this to be sealed off, and it could probably be used as a passive radiator. You'll need to add some weight to it, but if you want to know how I did this, then check out that video right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is drill the holes for the screws. Now I'm realising I shouldn't have taken the vacuum down so soon. And the next one. So, you see that terminal right there? I'm not going to use it. What I'm going to do is the wire for this speaker right here, the way I'm going to have it fed through the box, is by making a hole right there. Somewhere around here. Now, when I do this, you see this carpet here? This is going to twist. This is going to twist around the drill bit. So check this out. It's quite funny when it happens, but I'll try to minimise it. The hole's been made, but obviously it's affected the carpet. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, so we've got the speaker wire right there. And now I'm going to attempt to recarpet this. Basically just going to spray this with glue and then put this back over the top. That should be good enough, and now what I'll do is cut the hole. Okay, so the other speaker's done. Now I'm going to do the same for this side. Now the thing with using these is you've got to make sure the nozzle's clean after you've used it, so always clean your nozzle after it's been used. I think there's a bit too much carpet on this side, it must have been stretched. Now that doesn't bother me because it's not going to be facing me. There we go, that right there seems like it's good enough to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is grab some 6x9 speakers and then test them out in these boxes. We'll see what the sound difference is compared to the smaller boxes, and yeah, if you want to know what the smaller boxes sound like, there should be a playlist somewhere with all these speakers tested in those boxes. Obviously I can't test these speakers now in this box, There's also another pair of speakers I can't test, and I think there might even be another pair of speakers I can't test, so we're 3 pairs of speakers short. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how this goes, and we'll do that in the next video, so I'll see you in that.